What makes a person drink poison willingly? What makes thousands of people set themselves on fire for a leader? What makes an entire mass of followers so blind that they abandon law, logic, facts, conscience, advice, and even their own well-being just because one man told them to? It's not politics, it's not ideology, it's a cult. Throughout history, we have seen leaders rise not as politicians or revolutionaries, but as gods in the eyes of their followers. Jim Jones convinced 900 people to drink cyanide-laced punch in Jonestown. David Koresh led his followers into a fairy end, promising them salvation. Shoko Asahara's doomsday cult carried out deadly attacks in Japan, all because they believed in his divine mission. Adolf Hitler too rose to godlike status among his followers, not through spirituality, but through propaganda, fear, and manipulation. Millions saw him as Germany's savior, blindly following him into one of history's darkest chapters. These men didn't lead political movements, they led blind faith. They sold their followers an illusion so powerful that logic, facts, and even self-preservation became irrelevant. But cults are not just a thing of the past. Today, Pakistan watches its own cult unfold. From Nazi to Niazi is a story of Imran Khan, who rose to the status of a great leader, a leader behind bars. Yet his voice still makes his followers zombies. A leader stripped of power, yet his followers refuse to accept reality. A leader who, like every cult figure before him, has convinced his people that only he is the savior and messiah. A man who once disguised himself as the biggest fan of democracy but now thrives on destruction. A man who once claimed to root out corruption, yet built a political empire on manipulation and gave a free hand to his wife for corruption. A man who, like every cult leader, has convinced his followers that he is the only truth and everything else is a lie. Who trained his followers that everyone who tried to speak truth about him is to be labeled as traitor. But what defines a cult leader? The Messiah complex. Every cult leader presents themselves as the chosen one, the only savior. Imran Khan tells his followers that Pakistan cannot survive without him, that he alone holds the key to their future. If he is removed, the country will crumble. If he is jailed, it's a conspiracy. If he is questioned, it's an attack on truth. Sounds familiar? That's because history has seen this before. The persecution narrative. Cults thrive on victimhood. Their leader is always a martyr. Jim Jones told his followers that they were being hunted. David Koresh convinced his followers that the government was their enemy. Shoko Asahara claimed that the world was out to destroy him and his chosen ones. Imran Khan, he tells his followers that the entire system is rigged against him, that the courts, the military, the media, everyone is conspiring to silence him. But it doesn't stop there. He doesn't just paint himself as the victim, he convinced his supporters that they are the real targets, that the government isn't working for them, it's not working against them, that the institutions meant to serve the people are actually their enemies, that the police, the judiciary, the military, everyone is out to crush them just because they stand with him. In his word, every arrest is political, every corruption case is fabricated, every opposition is a treason. And just like every cult, his followers eat up the story without question. Because when you make your people believe they are under attack, they will do anything to defend themselves, even destroy their own country. The call for chaos. What happens when a cult leader tells his followers that they are under attack? What happens when he convinces them that the state is their enemy? Mass violence, mass destruction, blind rage. Pakistan has already seen it firsthand. May 9th, 2023, the day a political movement turned into a violent cult. The moment Imran Khan was arrested, his supporters didn't just protest, they rioted. Military installations were torched. The Corps commander's house was ransacked. A fighter jet, a symbol of Pakistan's defense, was set on fire by the very people who claimed to love the country. But this wasn't the first time. March 2023, in Zaman Park, PTI's workers turned the area into a war zone to prevent Khan's arrest. They attacked the police with petrol bombs. They used slingshots, batons, and stones as if preparing for battle. For days, law enforcement was unable to do its job because his followers believed that their leader was above the law. October 2022, the Long March, a so-called peaceful protest that quickly turned into anarchy. PTI's workers clashed with security forces, public property was vandalized, motorways were blocked, crippling cities for days. All because Khan told his supporters that they were fighting for real freedom. Does this sound like democracy? Or does it sound like a cult leader commanding his army? Because history tells us whenever a cult leader is cornered, he only has one command for his followers: fight, destroy, and rebel. When Jim Jones felt threatened, he ordered a mass suicide. When David Koresh's cult was raided, his people set their own compound on fire. When Imran Khan faced accountability, his supporters burned their own country. Blind faith, and it's Pakistan paying the price. The final step: absolute denial. The cult leader is never wrong. The facts don't matter. No matter how much evidence you show, the followers will deny everything. Did Jim Jones really abuse his followers? No, it was propaganda. Did David Koresh break the law? No, the government was out to get him. Did Imran Khan manipulate the system for his own benefit? No, he is Pakistan's last hope. This is not democracy, this is not leadership, this is blind faith. So ask yourself, is it normal for people to burn their own country over one man? Is it normal to believe that one person is above the law? Is it normal to follow someone so blindly that even logic becomes an enemy? History has shown us the answer, and Pakistan is seeing it unfold right before its eyes. This is Amara Farad Baloch, and you're watching Nexus Bulletin.